In the storm of freedom, all hail our heroes, our precious kingdom. Day and night, sing hail Biafra.
Biafran friends. So,
thank you so very much, fellow Biafrans, beautiful people, wonderful people, lovers of freedom, and lovers of humanity, and changers of the world. Biafran people, very excellent afternoon from in Biafra land, and of course, thank you for joining us on this very special program. But first of all, we apologize really for starting about 20 minutes late to the schedule because of the circumstances surrounding us, and we apologize also for any discomfort owing to our late comment. In the mission to preserve Biafrans and the life of Biafran people. Biafran people are very Isoko state of Biafra the information from the Biafran Republic government in exile to the doorsteps of Urobo and appreciating you even now and after as you continue to support us to succeed in our mission to foster this information and spread it across the line that our people must get the message and up until now the people of Nigeria and their enclaves and those who embodied in that enslavement have worked so very hard to ensure that our people are being deformed and fed with wrong informations and propaganda that will destroy us. The killings of our people, not only in Biafra land, across every part of Nigeria, have given it a very ground rising call for everyone to stand up and pick up this baton, that our people must be defended, whether they like it or not, that they deserve a better life and a better future. For this to come, we must work together and work very hard, work very smartly towards securing and establishing the independent state of Biafra that will serve the basic needs of Biafran people. The basic needs of Biafran people have never been met. It has never been responded to. Instead of this happening, the system that have hijacked and occupied the Biafra land has continued to produce wrong information, starve our people, impoverish our people, kill them, and virtually turning the indigenous people to refugees and migrants and displaced persons in their own homeland. A very special gift from nature. Biafran people have not been able to harness their life, have not been able to embrace nature, embrace life, real life, embrace what is happening in their environment, look at the natures of this environment, study this environment.
So great to see you, Mr. Prime Minister.
Use this knowledge to build the land from what nature has given it. We can continue to count and count everything we've got from the Islamic Nigeria has been sacrilegious and very, very agonizing. Biafran people understand the extent of existence and survival. That is why we have chosen to stand together, to continue to unite one another, unite Biafran people, unite Biafra. There is nothing like Southeast and South-South. It is Biafra. The land has always been there. God has given it to us. The enemy has come, occupied, and began fight against the owners of the land. And the deceit grows so wide that it got cemented into many Biafrans, ranging Biafran to be formed defect. The helping homeschooling platform to bring this message of freedom, elevation, and liberation, to ignite the minds of Biafran, awaken them, let them understand that this is your land, this is your fight, this is your government, this is your people. There is nowhere else in the world you can find this. You can only find this in one place, Robo Isoko people. You can only find this in you and in me. You can never ever find this anywhere in the world, and you must rise up to take your life into your hands. You deserve better. The Robo Isoko state government understand that the people deserve better. I mean, far better than what they've got, far better. This self-destruct, ill treatment, and making you stand against yourself, stand against your own future. turn you to IDP in your hand. And you must stand up, embrace wisdom,
Are you sure it's not my internet? Is it coming out? If you're hearing me, please say something. If you're hearing me, please give me a thumb up. Is it from the studio? Can anybody hear me? Let's see. Where's the other phone? Hey, hey, buddy. I'm good, and you?
North will be on their own, the West on their own, even Midwest on their own, and then the East on their own. It's the same one Nigeria. On their way to the airport, before they boarded the aircraft, a call came from Lagos, from the British High Commissioner in Lagos, to Gowon, telling Gowon not to agree. After having signed the agreement, that same Gowon you're looking at today, God kept me alive so that he can witness the destruction he will bring upon that very zoo called Nigeria. Gowon said no. Do you know all the journalists in Nigeria, none of them have ever gone to Gowon to ask him, why did he say no to Aburi? Aburi was restructuring. None of those agitating for restructuring right now has ever gone to Gowon or gone to Nigeria to say that Ojukwu negotiated restructuring. What happened? They came back and they said no. Ojukwu said, okay, so you want to continue to kill my people all over the place? No. Because of that, I'll declare Biafra. Today, they have brainwashed all of you with the perverse notion and thinking that somehow Ojukwu is responsible for causing a war, when opposite is the case. If not now, that after many years of hammering on this very topic, it has now sunk into the skull of the people that Gowon was the aggressor, not Ojukwu. That's how Nigeria is, always blaming the victim. And we lost over 5 million people during that very genocidal war. They killed over 5 million Biafrans. They wanted to wipe us away from the face of this very earth. But we survived it, and we are here today. Those they gave birth to, they have come. And this time with a wrath that you cannot even begin to imagine. And Biafra must come. It must come. Nigeria bribes every ambassador that comes to Nigeria. They give you loads of money so you will never report to the happening in Nigeria. Nigeria can never ever be faced. It's great beyond the bound. Can never be faced. That is how you have been taking over our land. We came out as one he killed us for no reason. Here people came out and we know the same thing. You saw and soldiers with live bullets killing people in broad daylight. No major news outlet carries in the world. The Bible of them. I'm saying it on camera. And I wish that the US Congress can call me to testify. The American ambassador, how we man took bribe from Nigeria. Nigeria bribes every ambassador that comes to Nigeria. Lots of money. So you will never respect. That is why everything I say comes to pass. It must happen. I told them that when we were giving thanks and praises to him, I told them that this horn that we are, this trumpet that we are playing, everybody who doesn't ask for it. How many days there was fire in Africa for the very first time? The zoo will be destroyed. Not that we may just get black, so that when this story is written, our children will know that God is not man. Man put their faith in their chariots, Britain. The time has come. And what we are doing today is to make sure we protect the lives of our women and children. So my fellow Biafrans, in the coming weeks, I want everybody to pay attention to the updates that will be coming from our handles. The delegitimization of Nigeria is taken to the next level, and there's going to be enforcement. If we do not end the terrorist state of Nigeria, the terrorist state of Nigeria will end us. We cannot see and sit and watch a state that kills its own citizens, that have no regard to human dignity and have no regard to women and children. That kind of state is not a state anybody can support. We've seen the massacre of Biafrans, massacre of Christians, massacre of many indigenous nationalities in other parts of Nigeria. They are as human as us. They have nobody to speak for them. They have no government in exile like you do. They have no Mazin Amdekano like you do. They have no Simon Ekpa like you do. They have no cabinet members in the government in exile. They have no de facto government in the homeland. Nobody speaks for them. Nobody fights for them. They have no liberation army. They have no resistance fighters. They have nobody to defend them. And these people are getting killed every day. We are very, very comfortable. And believe me, the more Biafra fight Nigeria, the more we save lives in other parts of the country. Especially the life of the Christians who have nobody to speak for them. We are going to draw these people to our land and neutralize them. Like Mazin Amdekano said, that's exactly what we're going to do. So I want every Biafran to understand that during this 1 month lockdown of the Nigeria terrorist state institution in Biafra land, our businesses will be flourishing. People will go to work. To those that are Biafrans, if you are a business person in Biafra land, you will go to your shop, go to your market. Nobody will disturb you. We will make sure that your market will be protected. We will make sure that nobody will attack you in the market. We will make sure that when the terrorist army and police come, we will be in the street. The first time the Biafra forces will be on the street. This is going to be this 1 month that is coming. The time has come that our own freedom is taken. The time has come. The time has come. The time has come that our own freedom is taken. That our own freedom is taken. That our own freedom is taken. Our future is in our hand, and what we are doing today is to make sure we protect the lives of our women and children. So my fellow Biafrans, in the coming weeks, I want everybody to pay attention to the updates that will be coming from our handles. The delegitimization of Nigeria within our land is taken to the next level, and there's going to be enforcement. And remember, if we do not destroy Nigeria today, Nigeria will destroy us. If we do not end the terrorist state of Nigeria, the terrorist state of Nigeria will end us. We cannot see and sit and watch a state that kills its own citizens, that have no regard to human dignity and have no regard to women and children. That kind of state is not a state anybody can support. We've seen the massacre of Biafrans, massacre of Christians, massacre of many indigenous nationalities in other parts of Nigeria. They are as human as us. They have nobody to speak for them. They have no government in exile like you do. They have no Mazin Amdekano like you do. They have no Simon Ekpa like you do. They have no cabinet members in the government in exile. They have no de facto government in the homeland. Nobody speaks for them. Nobody fights for them. They have no liberation army. They have no resistance fighters. They have nobody to defend them. And these people are getting killed every day. We need to make Nigeria very, very comfortable. And believe me, the more Biafra fight Nigeria, the more we save lives in other parts of the country. Especially the life of the Christians who have nobody to speak for them. We are going to draw these people to our land and neutralize them. Like Mazin Amdekano said, that's exactly what we're going to do. So I want every Biafran to understand that during this 1 month lockdown of the Nigeria terrorist state institution in Biafra land, our businesses will be flourishing. People will go to work. To those that are Biafrans, if you are a business person in Biafra land, you will go to your shop, go to your market. Nobody will disturb you. We will make sure that your market will be protected. We'll make sure that nobody will attack you in the market. We'll make sure that when the terrorist army and police come, we will be in the street. The first time the Biafra forces will be on the street. This is going to be this 1 month that is coming.
Greetings from here, Nigeria. I want to ask, these Nigerians, Nigerian army is your voice of the killing. I want to know what is the people's claim?
You should be asking, you mean the terrorist, Nigerian terrorist army? You know, there is noise where you are, so I do not understand your question very clearly. So can you, rephrase? Are you talking about the Nigerian terrorist army?
Nigerians,
You mean the Nigerian terrorist army?
They are not terrorists. They are armies. Nigerian armies.
They are terrorists. They are terrorists.
Your boys are killing them.
So yes, the Biafra Liberation Army have been killing the terrorist army. Do you have a problem with that?
I want to ask, what is the benefit?
The benefit. Do you know what is self-defense? Were you there in 2017 when they were killing Biafrans in the city of Aba? Were you in Nigeria?
That was them.
That was them. We are revenging now. Do you have a problem with that? So those people that you killed them, do you think they are not human beings? Just listen to yourself. That was them. So we should allow them to just go like that. You are validating, killing your own people you call citizens, and they are reason up to defend themselves, and you are saying that it was them. No, our own is now. So they must be ready to face us. If you have a problem with them, join them too and come. I will show you the way. We will show you the way to play.
They are killing the Nigerian army. Please talk to your voice.
Nigerian army have killed us so much, so we are now paying them back. Do you have a problem with that? If you have a problem with that, tell them to leave the Biafra land. We give them a condition to leave our land or get killed there. You have a problem with that? I don't know why you have a problem with that. Are we hiding it? Do you think we are trees? You will stand and you come and cut us down? No. You killed them in 2015, killed them in 2016, killed them in 2017, 2018, 2019, 2020. You killed them in 2021, 2022, 2023. And the Biafra government is here under my watch. I said no. And you are here telling me you are killing Nigerian army. You did not even address them properly. What they are is Nigeria terrorist army. And you refuse to call them that. Big deal. Over to you.
Yeah, hello. I am fully one Nigeria, and I want to ask this question to the self-acclaimed Prime Minister. When your superior, Nnamdi Kanu, is out, are you going to hand over power to him, or there will be power tussle? Because I see you love power a lot. So that's my first question.
Are you worried?
Yes, I'm worried because
thank you very much. That's
you are not well known like him. He himself, nobody sent him on SI.
I am happy that you are worried and you are not worried about him.
I'm not worried.
I'm not
upset? Are you angry?
I'm not upset. Why should I be angry? If I'm angry, I'll kick you out here.
Okay,
I'm very, very happy. I am very, very happy that you are worried. And that's actually what made me the Prime Minister.
I'm not worried
about it. You need to be. You said you are worried about me.
That's a slip of tongue. I'm not worried.
Because now.
So the question is.
Remove him.
You said we should ask question. Now you are running.
You don't need to be going up and down. You said you are worried, and then I tried to address you. You say you are not worried against the slip of tongue.
You are running. You are running. Let me ask you my question. If you are
go ahead.
Should I go ahead? Before you kick me out. Okay. My question is this. Since Nnamdi Kanu, which means I recognize, if he's out, are you going to hand over power to him as your superior? Yes or no?
And I ask you again, what is your concern about Biafra?
Because you
are worried about who becomes the leader and who is not the leader.
Yeah, because you want to rule from Finland. Why?
Yes.
Nnamdi Kanu want to rule?
Listen to me. I am already ruling from Finland, not I want to. Did you not hear
that is not acceptable. You can't just control
you don't need to accept. You don't need to accept, but it's a fact.
And my second question before
let me ask you again before I kick you out.
Okay, I know you think about the second question.
Let me ask you again.
You keep on crying.
Are you supporting the drug lord?
I'm not supporting none of that.
But he is ruling you.
But I'm supporting Nnamdi Kanu, and if you are superior,
you don't want to accept that. I'm asking you about your president. You are one Nigeria. You are one Nigeria. Talk about your Nigeria, not about.
If you know where I'm from, you know it's not my president. But I want to ask
where are you from?
If you will leave power for your superior, because you love power so much, and that will be an issue. Because Nnamdi Kanu will rule Nigeria if he wants to. But you want to rule from Finland. Who does that? Come to Nigeria and do your work.
You know that your statement now is what made Biafra to make me the Prime Minister.
Nobody make you prime minister. It's a self-acclaimed prime minister. That's what everybody knows.
Everybody know that because of this your statement now. That's why Biafrans are supporting me, because they want anybody that Nigeria like you we hate.
No, if your superior is out, which the international body recognize, are you going to hand over power to
and
him?
who told you that the international body did not recognize me?
Because you are not ready to hand over power to him. That's my case.
So
I'm a full supporter.
You are worried about me handing over the power. Release him first now. Can you release him? Tell them to release him first.
No, you should work that. If you are one Biafra, you should work out that, because you are isolating yourself, doing all this business, creating app and doing all those things, making money for yourself. What about your superior?
And that is your problem.
Your superior?
Were you not the one who kidnapped my superior?
Nobody kidnapped your superior. You have to fight for your superior. Stop
nobody kidnapped him. Please,
causing issues.
Is not reasonable.
You are running. Thank you very much. You are running. You can't stand. You can't stand.
Biafra in exile. And this is exactly what Biafra want to hear. Biafra wants somebody who will fight for them and they deal with Nigeria. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has done his job. If he come, he will continue where he stopped. But for now, I remain the Prime Minister and I'm here to fight Nigeria until the last day that the declaration will happen and we defend it.
You know, some Nigerians come and speak English and contradict themselves. You uprightly said that, Prime Minister, you have a superior. What did you now mean that he has a superior? Then you're now saying that he is taking power, and you're asking if he will hand over power to his superior. Grammar, the finish for you.
It's just hatred. It's just hatred. God no go gree make our freedom no come. They never born the person. They never born the person. This Biafra freedom must come by fire, by force. God no go gree for them. God no go gree. Say, make our freedom not come. The time has come.
Biafra, we have emerged triumphant from all our foes. Through the crucible unscathed, we passed victorious. Our trumpets pealing, our glorious song. Sing it,
Biafran friends. So,
Thank you so very much, fellow Biafrans, beautiful people, wonderful people, lovers of freedom, and lovers of humanity, and changers of the world. Biafran people, very excellent afternoon from in Biafra land, and of course, thank you for joining us on this very special program. But first of all, we apologize really for starting about 20 minutes late to the schedule because of the circumstances surrounding us, and we apologize also for any discomfort owing to our late coming. Because of ponding in the mission to preserve Biafrans and the life of Biafran people. Biafran people are very Isoko state of Biafra. The information from the Biafran Republic government in exile to the desktop doorsteps of Urobo and appreciating you even now and after as you continue to support us to succeed in our mission to foster this information and spread it across the line that our people must get the message and up until now the people of Nigeria and their enclaves and those who embodied in that enslavement have worked so very hard to ensure that our people are being deformed and fed with wrong informations and propaganda that will destroy us. The killings of our people, not only in Biafra land, across every part of Nigeria, have given it a very ground rising call for everyone to stand up and pick up this baton. That our people must be defended, whether they like it or not, that they deserve a better life and a better future. For this to come, we must work together and work very hard, work very smartly towards securing and establishing the independent state of Biafra that will serve the basic needs of Biafran people. The basic needs of Biafran people have never been met. It has never been responded to. Instead of this happening, the system that have hijacked and occupied the Biafra land has continued to produce wrong information, starve our people, impoverish our people, kill them, and virtually turning the indigenous people to refugees and migrants and displaced persons in their own homeland. A very special gift from nature. Biafran people have not been able to harness their life, have not been able to embrace nature, embrace life, real life, embrace what is happening in their environment, look at the natures of this environment, study this environment.
So great to see you, Mr. Prime Minister.
Use this knowledge to build the land from what nature has given it. We can continue to count and count everything we've got from the Islamic Nigeria has been sacrilegious and very, very agonizing. Biafran people understand the extent of existence and survival. That is why we have chosen to stand together, to continue to unite one another, unite Biafran people, unite Biafra. There is nothing like Southeast and South-South. It is Biafra. The land has always been there. God has given it to us. The enemy has come, occupied, and began fight against the owners of the land. And the deceit grows so wide that it got cemented into many Biafrans, ranging Biafran to be formed defect, the helping homeschooling platform to bring this message of freedom, elevation, and liberation, to ignite the minds of Biafran, awaken them, let them understand that this is your land, this is your fight, this is your government, this is your people. There is nowhere else in the world you can find this. You can only find this in one place, Robo Isoko people. You can only find this in you and in me. You can never ever find this anywhere in the world, and you must rise up to take your life into your hands. You deserve better. The Robo Isoko state government understand that the people deserve better. I mean, far better than what they've got, far better. This self-destruct, ill treatment, and making you stand against yourself, stand against your own future. Turn you to IDP in England. And you must stand up, embrace wisdom, are polluting our environment, the environmental degradation. You see, there was flooding last time, and people died. A lot of things happens in our land. People died because of the carelessness of these corrupt individuals who only goes for the money and go for the resources. They care less about the land. They have told you now that they have sold the resources in your land. Your gas has been sold in advance. But this company and these countries that are buying your gas and your resources, they don't also care about your environment. They care about the money they make from your resources, from your land. They care about the corrupt people whom they can be able to cajole to be able to get these resources. They rap to these individuals that you respect so much. When somebody said these things, people are dying, the suffering is too much, the hunger is too much, the poverty is too much. People tell you, hey, they are begging. These people care less about these things. And you know that when you are suffering also, especially when the beginning of your day burn you inside suffering, and you see life the way it is, you see how the country is, you will also care less about your environment. You won't even have time to have a sober reflection, to have a rethink, to have a look at the atmosphere, the condition, the temperature of the weather of the place you are living in, the nature of the place, the beauty of the place, the ugly, the bad and good side of the place, and try to think about something else. And try to see if you can organize a project, and try to see if you can contribute to the society and the environment where you live in. Because the countries like Nigeria remove these things totally, because the people, the owners of the land, they don't have a government. Because if you have a government, then the people are in power. And when the people are in power, they are working on their local government, they are working on their community development, they are working on their waters, their seas, their rivers, their streams, and their oceans. They are working on their bushes. They are examining, they are having investigators go through all the farmers in the land, all the company owners in the community, all the programs in the community, the day-to-day and every life, and paying attention to the children that are born in this environment, looking at them. How are we going to protect these children, make their life better? What innovation, what can we bring in the society program to engage these children to be very creative, to be clever, to be smart, to begin to see the future, to begin to think for themselves, to begin to stand for themselves, to begin to bring their imagination into reality? These things are not your own game anymore, because the hunger and the poverty and the suffering and the ideology of the people. See, rich people, in a lawless society, you have rich people. They call them rich people. And the young people who are supposed to bring change will not have time to focus on these changes, focus on these recreational activities. They will start thinking about how to hammer. You see a child of 17 years, he wants to hammer. He's looking at people like Obi Kobana. He's looking at people like the politicians. He's looking at people like thieves, criminals, drug dealers. These are the teachings that they bring to the society. Lawless place like Nigeria brings to our people, brings to the young generation. You see, they try to look at people like Oba of Benin. You know, they try to look at some people like Curtis, who's strong fast. That guy is a strong man. That guy stand. That guy gallant. That guy, they oppress people well. They collect phone, they collect money. That guy. These are people who are inspiring the young generation, that's supposed to be in the lab, that's supposed to be in the art house, that's supposed to be, organizing things in the museum, that's supposed to be in these are people that are supposed to be engaged with community activity, with homeschooling, with different kinds of things, engagement that will change, that will bring the future. Because the future belongs to the people. The people are the resources. The people are the government. If you said that there is a government and the people have no job, then where is the government? When there is a government, there is a job. Somebody is in the local government council. Somebody is in charge of the maintaining the each communities and villages, making sure there is no debt in the street. That's a job. Somebody is, doing paperwork. Somebody is doing the manual work. Somebody is there looking at the what the people has been practicing for decades, since the ancient time, and thinking about how to recreate this thing in order to make life simple. We fry gari. What possible way can we build a particular machine? Because now you are frying gari and your hand touches the pan, the oven, and it burnt your hand and you got injured. So most times you are sleeping or frying a gari around 2 a.m. and your hands flips on the oven, you got burnt. But there are several ways you can save these things that you don't get hot, and the machine will do its job cleanly. This is brain. This is a brain-based society. This is what people should be thinking about. We've been look at, even imagining the system, the ancient transport system that our people are using. These people abandoned our system and they choose the way of the colony, the old ways, the dark ways. They seem very tempting. Mama Gaddafi said they offer tempting prices, and their actions seem very erosing. It seems tempting, and you will want to get yourself involved in it. It is the dark way. It is the hypocrisy. It is all about them. It is not about you. And what you have ceased to think about is, who cares about me? Who cares about you? The society is dying. The environment is dying. And nobody cares. And Biafran government have come out. The prime minister said, I will protect my people. My people must succeed. My people must survive. Our race must survive. Our environment must be preserved, must be maintained, must be saved from the environmental pollution and the degradation and this thing that is going to cause some kind of climate hazard in our society. They want to erase us. They want the ocean to overrun us. They have seen our landscape. Yes, it's beautiful. And they have to pollute it. They have to kill us with pollution. They have to degrade our environment. Who is going to care about nature in our environment? Who is going to preserve the nature? Who is going to stand? Urobo Isoko, stand up. The Biafran government says, stand up for yourself and your family. Stand with freedom. Stand for freedom. Stand for freedom, because Biafra is the only solution. Biafra is the only solution. You must have gone far with this Nigerian spectrocraft. Nigeria is a nonsense. It is destroying you. You are aware. You know something is wrong. You know something is not right. But you don't have the solution, because you have been programmed to believe that this path is not the solution. I tell you that this path might seem narrow, and few people have been found on it, but these are few people that are meant for this freedom. If it is only one person in Yoruba land, then Yoruba land is completely and entirely Biafra. And this one person will neutralize any Nigerian element in Yoruba Isoko land, any Nigerian element in Eka land, any Nigerian element in Igodomigodo, gradually and bit by bit. And with this very single time, those who are against freedom, your life will be very, very much complicated. because you will try to understand what is happening to you, but you will not be able to comprehend it. You try to think whether you are moving forward or backward, but you don't know exactly where you stand. Because at the time that you want to stand your ground, you defect to stand. But believe you me, we love you so very much. But we are very, very angry. Very, very angry. To the extent that if we are together, standing shoulder to shoulder, you have to be very, very careful when you bring your Nigerian thing. Because the colony can no longer stand. The foundation is 40. It has went beyond boundary, going against that thing that have made us together. It put knife there. That unity that have kept this family for so long, even in the ancient time, was a very powerful family. Nigeria placed knife there. And we must take out that knife, remove it, cut off the head of Nigeria, heal within ourselves, and move forward to where God, EFIK-IBIBIO, the future of Biafra, wants us to be. I welcome you, fellow Biafrans, to this broadcast today. Apologize earlier for the dropping of the space. Of course, ladies and gentlemen, as usual, we have Professor Enoho Biafra always in our midst. Enoho, thank you so very much for bringing up this program. Always, you never tire, never ever get tired, and I pray that your state will continue to stand tall in Biafra and continue to preach this message of freedom and liberation of Urhobo Isoko people to the entire doorstep of Urhobo people and Isoko people, to ensure that they embrace freedom, embrace Biafra, embrace their country, embrace their true identity, their natural identity, their original identity, where they originate from, that the enemy took the history off their hands. And people like you, Professor Enoho, have stand between the gap to unite your people, to bring this message to your people, that what you know must not die with you. It must be spoken. It must be broadcasted. It must be spread across the neighborhood of great Urhobo Isoko people in Biafra. Welcome and thank you so very much, Ben Owabo from Afemai, Igodomigodo State of Biafra. Thank you so very much, sir, for accepting the mic and joining us to continue to broadcast and proclaim the message of freedom, the message of liberation, the message of salvation to the entire Afemai people, to the entire Igodomigodo people, that EFIK-IBIBIO have given us life and light, that what we have and what is occupying our land and our mind and living with us is deadly. It is not for us. It is an enslavement. Bringing the message of Onyendu and our Prime Minister Simon Ekpa Njoko to the Ifemai people and to the entire doorsteps of Igodomigodo people. That our Prime Minister is shining the light, is clearing the bushes, is removing and cleaning off all the blind spots for our future and for our better life. Thank you very much, my brother Ugochukwu Biafra. Ugochukwu Biafra, as a matter of fact, called our Prime Minister, the prayer answered. He has shined the light. He has completely eliminated fear from the mind of Biafran people. He answered the call. He came in. He have done wonderful sacrifices that will be remembered of him after we have left. And of course, Chukwuma Eze Nkowanine. Chukwuma Eze, since our last program, I begin to see you differently. I don't know you. I never talked to you once. I never written you anytime. I have never spoken to you. But I see something different in you. You believe in the truth. I love people like that. When things go wrong, they don't keep quiet. Because when things are wrong and you are pretending, you won't move forward. And that is a Nigerian mentality. And I hope that people won't play our people this way. There is no need for hypocrisy, fellow Biafrans. What you are in your home, because charity begins at home. Bring it to the public. Don't tell Biafrans A, and when you go behind bars, you do B. And of course, Simon Ekpa, Donny, easy done, love. Thank you so much, my brother, and of course, Minister Snow, our very smart Minister Snow. Mr. Snow, we love you so much. And Biafrans are sending special greeting to the entire cabinet of the Biafran Republic government in exile. And people like you, Mr. Snow, give us a lot of hope and joy. Whenever things are going down, you have the ability to continue to promote and elevate Biafrans high above every of their fears. And may Chukwu Kikabiama continue to bless you. Minister Snow have done an enormous contribution to the Liberation Army and to the funding of this very government. May Chukwu Kikabiama continue to bless every single one of you, all the Biafran cabinet members who are sponsoring and engaging in all kinds of donations. They are everywhere and they are doing extremely wonderful. May God continue to bless you people and give you the energy to bring us home safely. And Choice Global, thank you so very much. Onyavo, bless you, the masterpiece of the gods of our ancestors, of our land. May God bless you, my beautiful sister. And of course, my beautiful sister, Obi Chicago. Obi Chicago, thank you so very much for always being there for us. Biafran Free Energy Tech, Nkowanine, and of course, my lovely friend, Susan Dama, and Tina, my beautiful sister, Onyavo, the man, the reason why we are here, Onyavo Ochuko, Chidubem. Thank you so very much, Onyavo, for what you are doing for us. Eze Binafia, Biafran Seed said that when Biafra comes, Eze Binafia really need to come out from the bush, But thank you for being there and helping us to chase these very terrorists that are raping our women in that bush. Thank you so much. Simon Ekba Anyedi, EFIK-IBIBIO Nkowanine, my lovely brother. I love you so much, Ife, for who you are. You are my most trusted person in this very liberation that we are into, as a matter of fact. Thank you so much, sir, for what you are doing for a car people in the old Delta state. Thank you so much, sir. My brother Drake, thank you so very much. Biafran First Love, the woman with the Biafran intonation, Biafran, what do you call it? Oral Igbo, oral Igbo, Abi, the woman that speak the oral Igbo. Okay, that's beautiful. Chukwu Emeka Biafra Liberation Army. Thank you for joining us. Anastasia and Anasta, Biafran Champion Buffalo. Thank you so much, my lovely brother. Biafra must come. Thank you. Our lovely brother, our own executive. Thank you so much for joining us. My own brother, my own lovely brother, Okoshishi Igbon. Thank you so much.
Mazi University. I don't know. Sorry, I
So,
don't mean to interrupt. Can I say something because of my work, so that
okay, yeah. It seems like our people. I respect your coming here. Mentioning your name is a way of sending you our respect and regards on the space. Thank you so much. Those who I was unable to mention their name, thank you. So we can proceed. Professor, do you want Chukwumaize to go first, or you want to make your submission and make your welcome remark first? Okay, I think that means that Chukwumaize, you should go first. If Gochukwu Biafra acknowledge you on that with Ben, so please go ahead.
yeah. Good morning, Biafrans. Good morning, lovers of freedom. Good morning to the host, co-hosts, all the regular attendees of the media that is always here. Continue to propagate this gospel. Like we said, today is a special day. Today is the day of Irobo Isoko, where we come to expand our horizons on the history of Biafra, learn more about ourselves, how we need to preserve our identity, ourselves as a people, and also the need to continue to do what we are doing. I just want to say we are Asian people and we are the people of the earth. We are direct descendants of Chukwokika Biama, those who were placed upon the surface of this earth with enormous responsibility to ensure that the will of Chukwokike continue to flourish upon the face of the earth, and to make sure that the earth is being protected in the right state, and also to make sure that whatever we do as humanity, whatever actions or decisions we take, doesn't go contrary to the principle governing this earth, so that it can continue to flourish and continue to envelop us as a people and preserve our continuous existence to glorify Chukwokike. I want to say nothing happens. There's nothing that happens There's nothing that happens by mistake. Everything happens as a result of a chain reaction. You don't expect me to be hungry and not get hungry. When you give me food, I eat and I be at peace. But when I'm hungry, I'm hungry. And you can see that happening in the zoo today. A time will come whereby we will not be the ones shouting. Those ones will be the ones shouting even more. And they will come to ask us, what do we need to do to end this menace? Why am I saying all this? I want us to understand that the spirit of this Biafra media and the spirit in this space, the responsibility to uplift that spirit lies on our shoulder. Nobody likes to talk too much. Nobody likes to talk every day. Nobody likes to do this thing. But because of the responsibility that falls on our shoulder, and because of what we know, that which is at stake, we come here every day to do the needful. So I want to put it to every Biafran out here that the responsibility to continue to uplift the spirit and the energy of this media falls upon each and every one of us, whether you're a speaker, whether you're a listener, wherever you may be. As far as you're connected to Biafra, you as a person is a Biafran journalist, because when you go out there, you come in contact with people and you preach this gospel, you are doing the same work. That's how it spreads. And I just want to thank those who hosted the space yesterday. Such a long marathon. They did very well to debunk a lot of things to create a lot of awareness, to expatiate more on the breaking news that the zoo continue to make fool out of themselves. That's what we need at this point in time, most especially as we are getting closer to the declaration date. They need to continue to educate and make our people understand the need to continue to do what we are doing. And I want us to understand that whenever we see something is going wrong, let us speak out. Speak out and also know the right chain of command to follow. You speak out about it in the right way, because when you don't speak out, indirectly you are complicit to it. Because you see something going wrong, because you are scared of who you want to hurt or who you don't want to call out, then you're not a just person out. And whenever we have any disagreement, what we need to keep on showing to the international community, the Biafran people, is the oneness and unity in us as a Biafran. This is not where you come and start talking about your disagreement with somebody and all that. It's okay to call out, but the need to further expatiate more on whatever the issue is not should be done on this place. Things can be done behind the room. Because right now, after Biafra come, this Biafra media will transition into some of the Biafra media house that will be talking about the ongoing in Biafra land, in Africa, and in the international community. So whether you like it or not, this is the foundation of the image that we are building. And also, for something to go wrong, it has to resonate something inside of you. It's either it's trying to call you out to change your ways, or it's trying to call you out to make a change. So let us just always have that at the back of our mind. And also, I want to say regarding today's space and our wonderful sister who's here to give us one or two cents on the history and the need to continue to do what we are doing. I would like us to consider, sometimes this network over where she is just not stable. So when we have her stable, let her make her submission. Other things can come later. So that whenever she comes, as soon as she make that submission, if the network kicks her out, when she comes back again, she knows she's ready to answer any question. So I just said, let me just put this out there, and for us to move forward and not just remain stagnant, because people are listening to us. So let us uplift the spirit. Let's hear different voices. People come up and speak. Yes, sir. Tell us how the Biafra movement have been so far for you. How you feel about everything that is going on. What you think about the government. Let us talk. Continue to remind. Let us condition it in the minds of our people. So I just let me put this out there. Yeah, thank you. And I hope our sister has a good teaching for us today. So let me yield my mic if she has anything to say, so she can go ahead with it. Thank you.
University, are you there?
Thank you. Yes, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you so very much. Before we go to the lecture from Professor, let us take it down from Ugochukwu Biafra to Ben Uwabo, and we will go to Professor, if you don't mind, Chukwumazi.
Okay, thank you, my brother.
Yeah, Ugochukwu, how are you today?
I'm fine, my brother. Thank you, University. Thank you for what
Thank
you're
you.
doing, man. Thank you for each
Thank
and
you,
every
man.
one of you in the government, homeland, and
Yeah.
in exile. Thank you, my brother. I
Thank you,
greet
sir.
you now, David and Chukuma is my brother. Those in the listening session, I salute you. So many of you here, Christopher, Mapis, Frank. I salute each and every one of you. Before I proceed, of course, I will thank our leader, Mazin Namdekano, and I will, of course, salute our own prayer answer, our own prime minister, a brother, a prime minister, the leader of the people, the jealous of many of emerging states, including states that have already been in existence. They are all jealous of you, great Biafrans, you know yourselves. And I want to use this opportunity to thank you for what they are doing. And above all, I salute the Biafran, salute our Liberation Army, the resistance fighters, the Biafra Defense Force in general. I salute you, brothers and sisters. We are all together in this. You are the best in the world, without apology to any other special force in the world, because what they are doing is extraordinary. That you can give to any force in this world, they might find it difficult to, to resist that corny, untrained bastards and all those terrorists in different angle. I salute my brothers and sisters from Iho, Soko, and I salute each and every one of you for what you are doing, and those, most especially those of you that know the reason why we are here, because it takes extraordinary wisdom to understand the reason why we are here. To try to avoid distraction instead of thinking that you're in the right direction, but you are maybe somehow one way or the other distracting those that focus on monitoring situations and following things the way it's supposed to be. And I want to use this opportunity to capitalize on what the tape my brother university and our minister played here about Mama Gaddafi. Biafrans, I want you people to understand something. Old and young, you are listening now, you're gonna listen later. Let me just tell you something. Mama Gaddafi mean well for his people. So much well, not just for his people in Africa in general, including extended Arab world. But so many people were so angry about him for that goodness he want to bring for their people, because some people want that part of the world vulnerable so they can be able to exactly what just happened to us. But so many people in that particular world, especially you, inner people, who decided to be a sabotage. You see what they did to this land, a precious land where the people was one of the most happiest people in Africa, in the world in general, competing one of the best countries in the world. Unfortunately, those that helped the bad countries of this world to destroy that nation today, you all know what it is. You all are seeing it, what it is today. Even some part of the countries, if I'm not making a mistake, went far to install an African president to make sure they accomplish their mission, so that any day any African country rise up, or what power from Africa rise up to ask questions, they will present to you your Kenyan brother, who was the architect of the downfall of that great man. I want to use this opportunity to tell you, if you are out there fighting our prime minister and our government inside being a citizen of Biafra, listen, your doom and your 10th generation, not 4th, not 5th, not 2nd, 10th generation are doomed. And also come to me, the zoo. I see that they are all doing everything to bring the prime minister, to fight the prime minister, because they will never bring him down. It's not going to happen. Going to the embassies of Finland, running around kitty kata. But I have a very strong message for you people, because everybody in the zoo, you are a fucking damn ass idiot. You are so fast to move. You were sowing hairs to bring Ojukwu and Effiong down and the rest of them, right? You never see Wazirike coming. You were so fast to bring Wazirike and bribe him and murder all his commanders with enablers in our midst. You never see Nnamdi Kanu coming. You were so fast to kidnap Mazin Nnamdi Kanu, and today, during the time of Mazin Nnamdi Kanu, you guys was able to bought people inside because of enabler born idiots in their means. That is the reason why they come to space, and their social and their channel, their different channel TVs and all those Arise News. They will say Mazin Nnamdi Kanu is good. Do you know why they're saying that? They believe that Mazin Nnamdi Kanu era buy them so much time to keep their criminal empire alive. Give them that enabled moment to buy inside of the Nnamdi, that buying time. Have the chance to kill and get away with it. Have the time to penetrate inside their government of or inside the IPOB. That is why they come to
Leadership, IPOB leadership.
leadership. Thank you, my brother. They give them time to buy in. That is why they come to space to say, will you hand over power to Mazin Nnamdi Kanu? They are desperate to have Mazin Nnamdi Kanu because they know that Mazin Nnamdi Kanu brothers and sisters all over the world, fathers and mothers, they cannot eliminate him, and with the gods that is with Mazin Nnamdi Kanu. So now the only solution they have, that can they get this out from this man? Not your God of white people give you Master Simon Eber. It's not your God of white people. It's only the gods of our land can produce a man like this, and many of us all over the whole world. Only the gods of the land can do that and secure and protect him and protect each and every one of us. Now, the reason why you see them saying, Mazin Nnamdi Kanu, will you hand over the power to him? Will you relinquish the power to him? Because they believe they cannot penetrate this government. They cannot penetrate Mazi Simon Ekpa, our prime minister. They cannot penetrate me and you. Now they found it so difficult. But today, I am telling the zoo, you are too fast to bring Mazi Nnamdi Kanu down. But you not really down, but did you see Simon Ekpa coming? The answer is no. Now you are in a hurry to murder. You was in a hurry to murder Ikonso. Did you see Holy Ghost and the Igwe Putuzo? You didn't see them coming today. But I want to tell you, you cannot bring him down, but we are not coming. We are one accord with him like a broom, because you cannot bring him down. And all of you who are running your mouth, being a nebula in our midst, the government have stand. The liaison offices that would metaphors to Biafra mission is in place. The government is working, the lobbyists are working, and our brothers will continue to fund this liberation to the last day. And the army is invoked. The army is invoked right there. And now, let me tell you, you idiot in UK, the Yoruba boy, the hand will touch you. You are talking about hand will touch a prime minister of the people. You never go and touch the drug lord, the lord of Daura, Boko Haram. Your mothers and sisters are sitting on the ground crying for rape and displacement, and you are there running your mouth. Biafrans, enough of your some are good and some are not good. Enough of your this is our people. We don't have any people. What we have is Biafran people. And this guy, wherever you are in UK, I want to tell you that if you point hand, that hand you think that you want to touch, are you ready to touch 50 million people? Simon Ekpa Njoku represent 50 million and above, and not just ordinary people. Not just ordinary people. So when you run your mouth, go and save your people, your half-naked women that is looking for survive. A lady is from Benue State begging, can we have a brutal person? Someone who is brutal. Do you know what the woman wanted to say? Can we have someone like Simon Ekpa? Let them just be honest to themselves. So, Biafrans, hold what you have tight. We cannot be a Libya. We cannot be. Look at Traore, how his people surrender him. How many attempts of assassination? The people around him like mountains surrender Jerusalem because they learn from Sankara, Thomas Sankara. How many times? Not this our generation. So if Zoo, you have sense, better you learn from the past, but you will not learn, but you will be crushed. I salute each and every one of you. We just keep going, and please do not forget to support the Biafran government, because you see their arm and fighter jet will buy it, and Zoo will be leveled. Nobody's gonna stop it. Go to Finland. Finland are human beings. These are human beings with 0.00 animalistic in them. They know what they're doing. If you think that they're gonna support a terrorist state, a harvesting organ company of this useless bunch of lunatics, borrow and share group of company in the favor of the people of Biafra, we don't put our hope in anybody. Even if it happens, we move. I salute you all. Thank you so much, my brother.
We move. We just keep going, and never forget to continue to support the Biafran Republic government in exile, who have the platform and the template to restore Biafra. Thank you very much, my brother Ugo. You are a very wonderful Biafran, and the honor and everything is yours. Thank you very much. Of course, Biafrans understand. We need the jet fighters. We need area bombers. We need a lot of equipment. We have a naval force, and we must fund it. We have air force. We must fund it. We must provide the equipment. If on our own daily life we can read ordinary manual and couple our vehicles, then we can do this. We will learn it along it. Whatever happens, it is our responsibility. Thank you very much, my brother. We'll continue to support the government and fund this government. It is our government, the government of the people. Thank you. Ben Uwabo from Afemai, Igodomigodo State. Ben and they will welcome, sir. Ben Anegbe.
Thank you very much.
University, I'm at
University,
work.
our host.
I would have just loved to use 1 minute because I will not say anything much so that I will mute my mic back.
Okay, now so you can go on.
Thank you, Mazi Ben.
Thank you.
Just because of what Mazi Ugochukwu was just saying last, I don't know. I'm just joining. Yeah. I don't know who is that person that came here and saying that how to meet our prime minister. Is that person? Is he normal? Is his head correct?
No, there is one idiot that I make a record that we played earlier.
It doesn't mean the only thing I just have to reply them is that they should take a look at our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the one they kidnapped. They have not succeeded now. Is this Samuel Ekpa? They have not succeeded in Mazi Raphael Ajere. They have not caught Mazi Raphael Ajere 247. No, they put them among the list of kidnapping there now. They placed bounty on Raphael Ajere now. They have not succeeded in catching all those ones. What's wrong with these people, sir? Are they mad?
It's very funny. The bone that is on their neck, they have not been able to.
I just tire. I just tire.
The other one that
I don't know how these people say. I think I tell on us these people are animal. They don't get sense again. But just 2nd of December, Biafrans, we need to do the needful. I beg, we will support our prime minister, this government, so that we will get the same adequate equipment, that air fighter jet, everything. Say our own. We know they come out like say one come out for mat. And I know say our prime minister don't tell us say our men will come out for street. We know our prime minister now or talking now do. No be anyhow person. It's not that man. They very very responsible, and the kind of men we want roll out for the streets, especially in most states. In fact, make we not talk too much. Make we do the needful support. Anything we you get with time, so that we will know how things will go. For this 1 month lockdown, we go only fold our hand. We go come here. We go the whole space again. We go allow them to the whole space. We go the listing. How we share this space? They do video. We for day like this, they drink wine, they drink popcorn, they chop popcorn, they observe what will happen. Since they say they happen, since they say nothing they happen, more we see the strength of those Nigerian terrorists Boko Haram for this 1 month lockdown where they come up. More we forget about all those things where they talk from now till Biafra will come. If you no feel get hold of Raphael Chiamaka Ajere, and I think I know where he did for Italy. You never forget Mazi 247. And I know where he did for all of them are mad. In short, we will not just too much waste our time for this. Man, not to talk too much for now because I see say other people get waiting to talk. May they talk. I did work. They work. Man, meet my mic first. Listen. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. It's very funny. They swallow a bone that is on their neck, and their throat is starting to burst. Yet they want to take the one that will consume them at once. Ben, thank you. Please just go ahead.
Thank you very much, our host, University. You're welcome to this space today. All our ministers, you're all welcome. You can see Ugochukwu is here, and Chukuma is also here. Every one of them, Mr. Snow. I'm sure even also you're welcome. Every one of us here, all of you, I say you are welcome to this space again for this very Wednesday, where there will be another outpouring of awareness as we got our freedom. Freedom or die. That is where we are now. And that freedom we must get. And when we get that freedom, we'll be able to dance to Chukwuka. First and foremost, I say thank you, our spiritual supreme leader, Mazdina Dekano, wherever you are, where you are in the dungeon. We know that it's all of us that is there in that dungeon. We pray that you continue to linger on to strength, your strength will continue. So that at the end of it, when we will destroy the enemy, the zoo, if they like, they should free you. If they like, let them continue. The more they waste time, the more the destruction. And I'm sure that that destruction is what is going to destroy them totally, to make their eye to be open. But before that time, all their enemy, their army, will be drawn to our land, to Biafra land, and they will be decimated totally from the planet Earth. I thank you, our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, His Excellency. May God give you that strength and your cabinet to continue pressing the button that will destroy the zoo. I'm very, very happy for that 1 month notice. That 1 month that we're going to stay at home, but we'll be doing our work. Then our army, BDF, may Chukwuka and protect all of you wherever you are. The fact you are doing, no one will see you, but you will see them, and you will destroy them. Those in the air, BDF, by the time their idiotic warplane is passing, the spirit of Chukwuka will press them down and they will kill all of them. That is my prayer for them, because they will not see you right from above. They will not see you walking in the land of our ancestors in Biafra land, but you will see them and they will be destroyed into it all. I thank you, and may God give you all the whole strength. At the end, we are going to celebrate Biafra. All kudos to our information minister, Mazi Akparawa, Sonny, and others. In fact, what you are doing, we are even more than, we thank God for this very media aspect, whereby we are standing firm. In the first place, that is why we lose the war, because they were bringing propaganda during the 1970 Nigerian Biafran civil war. But this time around, we destroyed them. We have taken over the airspace. We have taken over the internet, the media. We have taken over everywhere. The one that is left is that declaration. When it is declared, we will protect our land, and those that will go, we go. Those who are still on the sycamore tree, like that short man, they are not ready for liberation. They are not ready for freedom. Let them remain in sycamore tree. Don't come down. If you come down, you will be an enemy to us, because your propaganda will not sell. Just be there and be looking at us while we are destroying the enemy. And when the time comes, you will be off our path. Thank you very much for everything. I want to say this very well to Afema Igodomigodo, Esa Igodomigodo, and Iden Igodomigodo. Let me tell you, anywhere that kidnapping is happening, destruction of our farms, raping of our women, killing of everybody, all of our people in our bushes, in our farms, the hands of your traditional rulers is not clean. It's there. They are perpetrating evil. So they will be held responsible at the appropriate time. In one of the county and headquarters, I will mention the name Uzeba. The Okumagba is long gone. The one that is supposed to be there refused to be there, and he said that no any of the any person will take that position until he is no more. So definitely, I challenge him that his hand is part of the kidnapping that is going on between Ikao and Uzeba. The forest deer, the Fulani Janjaweed, they are deer, the Fulani herdsmen, they are there in that bushes. And kidnapping is also going on between Uhomora and Ekoma. The bushes there, they are filled with terrorists. So your leaders, your traditional leaders, heads, they know about it because they are eating the money. They are the one doing that kidnapping. When the time comes, we will visit them. Otherwise, he knows that the one is supposed to be the Okumagbe of Uzeba, of the whole Uleha. He refused to be there because his hand is not clean. When I come back again to make a speech, I'll speak with my language. At the moment, I hid my mind because all the information I got, that's why I'm disseminating here. Thank you very much, the host, once again, and our co-host. I hid my mic for now. Eno, I think it's your turn now. If you're imposed. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ben. Thank you very much. But that language, we go like to hear more.
No problem. I will speak the language. Let's as long
Thank
as we
you.
have a lot of hands that is here, and Eno has not also done anything. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you, Ben. Professor, are you still there? Or you are in the other room?
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Good morning. Wado. Ekweje Wado. Ikuya Ika. Wado. Kwirobo Wado. Kwibo Wado. I greet everybody. I thank everybody for being here. It's always a wonderful time to gather and be here. Something is funny happening right now. I mean, space seems to be very quiet in the last couple of weeks. Everybody has just been bombarding Biafra this, Biafra that, Igbo this, Igbo that, and all of a sudden, after yesterday's space, it looks like cold water has poured on so many people's body, and everywhere is just quiet. And I'm wondering what happened. Because these days it feels like for you to get a cheap shot or get cheap publicity, all you need to do is speak on Biafrans. But the truth is, we are not the people that you can actually pick on and get away with it, because when we come back, our clapback is usually one of a kind. Um, I know that a lot has been happening over the week, and everybody is anticipating the lockdown, and plus the fact that the Zoom medias are reporting stories that are not true, trying to water down what their end will be. But the truth is, we are always on top and we'll be where we are, and nobody can stop the coming of Biafra. It's already too late. We're already here. We're just counting down and making sure everything is on point. The fact that people like Channels Television is reporting news that is not true it means that um, clearly somebody is afraid. People are shaking, and I'm happy. I'm just going to sit back and enjoy the 1 month of the fear that will be running down people's spine, you know. But I'm grateful to my people. We have kept that line and we have held it till this point, and I'm grateful that we are together holding it, and nobody can come and put an asunder, let me use that word, in the union that we have formed. It is a sad thing for the zoo, really. I never imagined that growing up. We were not all pro Biafrans when we were growing up. When I was growing up, of course, we were all preaching, "Oh, Nigeria will be good. Nigeria will be good." I never imagined that a time will come where the only thing you want to see is Nigeria burning, because a whole lot has happened. They have done a whole lot of evil to people. Imagine, like my brother is saying, truly, every kidnapping that is happening in the rural areas, go and ask the titled men, go and ask the chieftains, go and ask the so-called royal fathers. They know, because it's your duty as the royal father to put an eye in those places. So things cannot be happening in your community like Ozeba that he's talking about, and you don't know, or you are keeping quiet. In those days, we usually have community vigilantes. When you see those people in those days, you know that you are safe. You know. But if those people now are the ones who are aiding this evil in our land, and you think you are going to get away with it, it's impossible. So please, I'm employing those people in those places. Ask your rulers. They know what is happening. They are the ones you should be held responsible. And if we can break free from that fear, trust me, they will pay for it, because the ones in Abuja might elude you right now, but the ones in your door, close to you, they won't. They can't. So please, I'm employing my people. Let's really rise up and do this thing once and for all. It is that time. Closer we get, the hotter it will be. But one thing I should let you know is the darkest hour is usually closest to the morning. And no matter how dark it is, the sun will rise. It would always rise. And now the sun has risen. I mean, eyes on the rising sun. That's what we used. Now it's the exodus of the max exodus of 2024. And today it's give us Biafra or die. We are not the one who is going to be dying anymore. They are the ones, because they have killed enough. And it is time for us to tell them that we are no longer, we are here to take back what is ours. Every single land, like Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said, nothing will be left behind. Nobody, no land. If at the end Biafra comes and you are still telling yourself or deluding yourself that you are not a part, please pack. There are people who are coming from the diaspora. I know a lot of people who cannot wait for Biafra to come because they want to come home. We need space. If you are occupying space that you are not happy to be a part of, please, you feel free to pack to Nigeria and go and join their Islamization and whatever that they are doing. For us, we are a land of freeborns, free people. We have a right to be free. We were given that right from the beginning of time. We're given that right to be free. We're given that right as kings and queens. So nobody can come to our land and come and enslave us. Yes, maybe they might have done that in the past because we were ignorant. But today, our eyes are open. We see clearly. We know who we are. We know who our brothers are. Yes, there are still some of us that are still ignorant, but in time, everyone will fall in line. I was going through my usual Robo group, and I was reading some kind of funny statement from some people who claim to be historians. And I was shocked that a whole lot of people who claim to be historians are just so, deluded. And somebody is saying, what is the relationship between the Igbos and the Robos? And I only asked a simple question. And I'm going to ask my brother here, Mazi Ugo, please, how do you say the place of the elephants? How do you say it in Igbo, please? If Mazi Ugochukwu is there, or if anybody else can help me out, anybody that is a Igbo speaking Biafra, how do you say the place
Ugochukwu
of the
Biafra, are
elephant?
you there?
How do you say that in
Mad
Igbo?
Prince of
You
from
say
NSDA
you say
Foundation here.
ebe ọnụnọ enyimenyi. Enyimenyi is
Ebe.
elephant. Ebe ọnụnọ enyimenyi.
It's
The
not
place of the
Enyi
elephant.
Ebon, no Eni, not Enyi. No.
Nne m onye na-ekwulu ndị mmụọ. ịma na nchọ itinye double ọ enyi m enyi double enyi.
Ọ dị mma nwanne mmadụ.
So all
Okay.
of you look for who to ask Igbo something. I will go na call. Okay, Sebadi.
Ugochukwu ịnọkọtakọ n'izukwa
Okay.
n'ike, zukwa n'ike. Ha!
Mouthpiece nwunye di m bịakwa.
Ngwa zazie ya. Okay,
Okay.
zazie ya,
So,
zazie ya.
okay.
Mouthpiece hapụ m aka biko.
Ihe ọgbakwa ọsọ.
Yes, so mouth she's not going to leave
Gajiko,
you
you
alone. She
don't
will
run,
hold
Abi.
you.
I need to go
Okay.
to Igbo dictionary to find out. Wait, I'm just dictionary.
I think I would go with what Mouthpiece and Minister Snow
Do
said.
you mind
The reason why
state it again so I can see if I can interpret it
the
properly?
place, okay, the place of the elephant
Ebe
or the place of
yeah,
elephants.
ebe onino enyi. Or ebe
Okay.
onino
If
okay. But there's
okay, let me say it
the
this way.
yeah,
Let me say it this way. What is the meaning? What is the meaning of ebeni?
ebe what? Say it again.
Ebeni.
Ebe well, from the maybe you're not pronouncing it properly. When you say ebe ni,
Ebeni. Okay,
when
let me
you say
say it.
ebe ni means that
It's not.
place.
It's not Ebeni. It's Ebeni.
Ebe ni,
Ebeni.
ebe ni.
The place of elephants.
Okay, that's the abode of the elephant. That's what it means.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Oh,
Okay.
it
So
means yeah.
ebeni,
Ebenyi means the abode of the elephant.
Yes, that is
the
what
abode of the
Aka
elephant.
people call it.
That's what it means. Okay. Now, do you know that there is a village amongst the clans, one of the 24 clans of Urobo? In fact, this particular clan, they hold a very high um, esteem in the Urobo clans because there is a festival which they call one of the biggest festivals. It happens once a year in Urobo land, and it happens in September, where all 24 clans will gather in that particular place. The place is called Evreni. Now, Evreni in Urobo simply means the abode of the
Yes, or
elephants.
the community of the elephants. The community of the elephants or the abode of the
Exactly.
elephants. Yeah.
Now, exactly. Now, this word is an Urobo word. The difference between what I just said with what you said is the fact that the BE was replaced with WV. So it gave it a different tone. Now, somebody came out and said that Urobos speak differently and Igbos speak differently. And I told them, I said, what I just said simply means the same thing you just said. The difference is that an interference of a different letter that made it sound differently. And because I am speaking from a different dialect or a different tongue, my intonations have pretty much changed. What I'm trying to say here is we are speaking the same language without even understanding the fact that we are speaking the same language because an ideology is in our head that tells you uh, you're a different tribe and I'm a different tribe. But if we come down to the part of understanding, whereby, like you just said, the word, and I ask you what the meaning of the word is, and you ask me the same and I give you the same meaning, we'll find out that it is actually being spoken from different angles. Now, the reason why I'm saying this is that the argument in this particular group was that, oh, the language system is different. And I said, why would you say the language system is different when the very village which all of us, or the very town which all of us gather every year and say we are all Robo clans is actually an Igbo word? And you are saying that you do not realize or you don't know or you are not a part of these people. What I'm trying to buttress here is the fact that we speak differently doesn't mean that we are not the same people, and doesn't mean that we are not from the same lineage. A lot of people have come to make certain claims and said these people are from us, these people came from us, these are this and this. And I asked a question in that place. All of us that are claiming that we all came from Benin and all this, how many settlements apart from the place you call Benin City do you have these people? In Bayelsa, you have Isoko, you have Urobo, you have Igbos, you have Ijaw. In Delta states, you have Isoko, you have Igbos, you have Ijaws, you have Ika. Well, all of them are all Igbos. But the only place you will find a people, even in Benin, you have Igbos. The only place you will find a people who claim that everybody else came from them is in that tiny spot. You won't even find them in Yoruba land. That is the funny thing. But what I'm trying to drive out here is, I am happy that for the first time in history of this struggle, the entire enemies of Biafra are actually on rest, that they come out by themselves to actually help us find our roots. In the last 2 weeks, they've been different spaces trying to tell us the different people or why we are different, but not knowing that they were actually trying to tell us how connected we are. Because of what they did, a whole lot of people started raising spaces and trying to connect themselves and finding out that the narratives that we've been sold to were actually wrong. And that helped us a lot, because in the last 2 days, the last space that I think it was Ben and Starman or so had a marathon, I was so overwhelmed by the turnout of people who actually came out trying to debunk a lot of things. Now, in the past few months, these same people were people who didn't understand or who didn't buy this ideology. But because of the so-called spaces that they created to make things difficult for themselves, thinking they were making things difficult for us, trying to make us divided, it now created that room for people to actually ask questions. And now when you ask questions, what happens is that the answers, the original answers, will come out. Because even if they are fake narratives or lies that has been sold out, somebody would definitely want to know more, and knowing more bring out the original narratives. So my people, I'm really happy today. When I came online, I was hoping to see the usual spaces, but I see that they have finally stuck it to their brain that they cannot use the same narrative that they used during the war. Because one of the things these people used during the time of the 1967 war was the fact that they had power over media to make narratives that helped them, fight the war mentally first. So people started seeing things mental from a mental state, where you are seeing yourself from a mental state. Before the war was over, some people were already defeated. For example, from my side, a lot of people actually changed their narratives and changed their names, changed their so-called tongues, because they wanted to fit into the lies of the narrative. But today, they still try the same tactics, but a whole lot of people are asking questions, so it's not making it easy anymore for those narratives to sell out. So I'm really proud of my people. I'm really happy, we were able to come out in our thousands to come and debunk a whole lot of these lies. Because today, I was expecting after yesterday's space, there will be a lot of bombardment. But if you go around, it looks like they catch people everywhere is quiet, and it's because the truth is actually resounding, and I'm happy. So I would say to everybody here, congratulations. I mean, we are able to take that media war to their doorstep, and we are winning, and we will continue. If we continue like this, trust me, before they even bring their guns, they are defeated, because we know for sure that their propaganda this time will not work. One of the things they use for media, one of the things they use for war, is this propaganda of trying to create narratives that we speaking yourself. I'm happy again we came out as Biafrans united, whether Urobo speaking Biafra or Igbo speaking Biafra, we all came out united and crushed a host of those lies. We debunked it. And I'm pushing my people, let us, this time in short, let us begin to tell them their own story. Because everybody has a story to tell about us, forgetting that they also have a story that they don't want the world to know. So we should also go and dig their own dirt and use it against them. It's a war. Yes, we're not carrying guns, but we actually have our own bullets, and our bullet is knowledge. And we're going to use that knowledge to win this particular battle. I'll use for I see still here. We still have interesting things to talk about. And please support the government. Please. Because it's the support of government and all of us here. We are all together because we are supporting this government in every way we can. So please support the country. Thank you much for that.
Thank you so much, Professor. You are indeed a professor. May bless you, my dear. Mouthpiece of the gods of our land, I think. Okay, yeah, go ahead, the mouthpiece.
Th-
The gods of our ancestors bless you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, the Vice Chancellor.
Mapis, you have 30 seconds.
Thank you so much, the Vice Chancellor of the University of Biafra. And I thank you so much, my wonderful sister Enoho. And to you, Ben Wabo, I hail you. Thank you for allowing me to greet my people and thank my people and not thank Ugochukwu, you know. So I greet you here, my wonderful brother, Mr. Snow, Frank, Ben Chukwumerije, Nonso,
He may be go farm, he may be go farm because hey.
Chukwumereze, sorry. Nah, but you go try learn Igbo. Water. Sorry, I forgot. Sorry, Chukwumerije. Chukwumereze. But you got to learn. You got to learn Igbo properly. Okay, you got to so Ife Afara. Easy don't love my sister. Nsofo, Odebili Nsofo, I see you. David Nana, Minnesota woman, all of you, I see you. Ochuko, I see you. Wonderful, wonderful people. Please, all protocols observed. If I didn't call you, please don't be angry with me. Look at Ugochukwu is already giving me 30 seconds. So now I want to address a little bit of what Enoho said. You see, it is when the lie is being told that the truth will start coming out. Okay? In fact, yesterday's space was so beautiful in the sense that we addressed, in fact, that the gods of Biafra drew the princess of wherever she is from and brought her to our space. And I think that is some of her followers and some of her supporters also watched or listened anonymously, so they heard what we said. And you see, when someone is trying to bring you down and the gods say no, they can never win. And that is what transpired yesterday. I believe that all of them that have been lying against Biafra, saying all sorts of things, they were brought to their knees yesterday. I believe, in fact, I am sure that when we finish this one or two of them will start opening space again and start talking rubbish again. But we know they look face anymore, and we know they agree for anybody. Okay, let me come to what is on board now. you guys know that we are now on redeclaration o'clock. We are now in redeclaration of Biafra o'clock. All right? You see, it's like Nigeria don't want to learn from their mistakes. The mistake of kidnapping Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, the mistake of fighting the civil war with Biafra from 1967 to 1970. They haven't learned their mistake. They know, in fact, I don't know if Nigeria understood that why their company, Nigeria, fell woefully to this day is because they don't want to let Biafra go. They don't want to leave Biafra alone. In fact, they don't know that if Biafra, if Biafra stands on its own, they might be able to stand on their own and they might be able to grow on their own. But they don't want it. They want everything. They want to steal. They want to kill. They want to kidnap. They want to maim. They want to do virtually everything to make sure they enslave and subjugate us. But for Biafrans, we say no. This is the time because we are learning as Nigeria doesn't want to learn. We learn from the experience of our forefathers, the experience of those of our brothers and sisters that died during the 1967-1970 war. You see, His Excellency Mazi Simon Ekpa learned a lot on how to go about our freedom because our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu opened the way for him. He opened the way for him to come in to do the needful. Look at Nigeria. Nigeria is burning, but they are running around chasing rats. They have been bothering Finland for His Excellency Mazi Simon Ekpa, to bring him down, to bring him back, to do whatever. They forgot that if you touch one person, there are millions waiting. I know those who are even saying that our Prime Minister is very slow to really act on Nigeria. I know some of us here that say, in fact, if they do anything, that they will burn down Nigeria today. But they're not listening. Nigeria doesn't want to learn that if they allow Biafra to go, they too will stand on their own. Why do you have to keep killing people in order to prop up your failing country? Why do you want to bring everybody down to prop up your failing country? Why do you have to paint yourself in blood and soak yourself in blood to stand as a country? Who does that? Because you are being paid as stooges to keep on undermining Africa. What do you gain from all your citizens running away from that your so-called one Nigeria? All your citizens are abroad because there is nothing for them to do. They go to school, they come out from school, there are no jobs. They try to invent something, manufacture something, yet you make sure that thing they invented or business they want to do, you bring it down. What do you do? What in fact, sometimes I ask, what does Nigeria want? What does Nigeria government want? All your citizens, you are not even, Nigeria is not even ashamed that all their citizens don't japa every time, everywhere. Your citizens are dying in the Mediterranean Sea. They are dying in the Sahara Desert. All to get to greener pastures, to be able to eat, to take care of their family. You are not asking yourself questions. All you do is you want to kidnap, you want to kill, you want to shut up, you want to bring everybody down, you want to lock everybody up, In fact, I don't know what Nigeria wants. Please, can anyone tell me what Nigeria wants? I don't understand it. Even those who call themselves Nigerians, all of them are abroad. Why, in fact, why are you abroad? If Nigeria is so good, why are you abroad? Suffering, cleaning people's asses, sweeping the floors, washing plates, being whatever. Professionals. You go to somebody else's own country and become a 10th class citizen when you can stay in your own country, live and thrive in your own country. People rubbish you because you want to get citizenship. You want to get residency where you jabbered to. Some people sold their lands, everything they've got in order to leave that God-forsaken entity called Nigeria. Yet some of us that have that, you had the opportunity to leave. Yet you don't want to make that place, to make that place free. Bring those people who don't want you to live and thrive in your own land. Bring them down. They don't want to do it. Then you're supporting it because all of them are so soaked in criminality. All of them, criminality runs in all their bloods. All of them. Look, if our all we are saying is that those of us who are abroad say we want to come home and live and thrive in our own land, we are no longer ready to be professionals in another man's country when we can be professionals in our own land and be treated as true professionals. You will be a professional in somebody else's country, yet they treat you like trash. But why is it that we cannot be in our own country, have our own hospitals, have our own companies, everything we need in our own country, stay in our own land, and stop being a nuisance in another man's country? Somebody will build their own country perfectly. Then you take your ugly ass and come to their own country and to come and stay. Why can't you say, please support us, let's have our own country? All you do is to undermine whatever, somebody who wants you to be free. I'm so angry. Well, I don't know. I'm not that I'm angry really, but I'm just angry that because some of these intellectual levels who don't even reason, who reason only through their anus, who don't have any brain at all, but they call themselves intellectuals. I don't understand it. But as for us, we mean business. For us, Biafrans, we mean business. Genuine Biafrans, we mean business to exit that God-forsaken country and live and thrive in our own land, Biafra. It is freedom or they die. Thank you. I yield.
Thank you so much, mouthpiece of the gods. Thank you so much. Thank you for that wonderful submission. Yeah, Ben. Is it Ben Chooks? Ben Chooks, please go ahead. You have the mic. No.
Was it Ben or Mr. Snow that was here first?
Because I don't know who is next. I think Mr.
Yeah,
Snow.
it was Minister
Yeah.
Snow first before.
Just take it over. Take it over, Professor.
Okay. So give you the mic and then we'll go to Ben Chooks, then Chukwumaise.
Yes, university. And not on my level professor, Ben Owabo. We go on them. Mouthpiece of the gods, on the calling them more. Frank, Eunice, everybody here, Otungwa Mwanya. My own brother David and Nana, and every Biafran on the space. Ife, I greet you all. Good morning, Otutu Omano, everybody. Urobo Isoko Wado. Urobo Isoko Wado.
Hey.
Urobo Isoko Wado.
Hey, Wado.
Wado.
Today is a day when we talk with our family. in Urobo and Isoko. We gather here. I know that most of them are also listening to us on our radio. We get here to rub mind with our people. We're no longer educating people on, oh, you are a Biafra. No, you are this. We have done that already. Just like Professor Enoho pointed out, there are people who, as at last month, are still in that conflict that are now today being the ones fronting and trying to engage these people who go about, the only time they can get traffic in their space is when they want to discuss about Biafra, whether in the negative or in the positive. That's the only time they get traffic. So we already have people who can do that. So what we'll do now is to rub mind with our people, understand ourselves better. And I'm enjoying it. I enjoy every bit of our Wednesday program. Because I'm going to digress a little bit out of the topic, but it is still our topic because everything about fund is our space. Our space is all about unification and fund for the Biafran government. The IOU loan. This IOU loan, as a Biafran who is listening to us today, as a Biafran who does not even have the money to involve in this loan, it is our job to tell our friends. All these people who, I had an encounter with somebody yesterday, and he kept telling me how he has supported the Biafran restoration and Onyendu got kidnapped. I didn't want to go off on him because if Onyendu gets kidnapped and then you go and take a chill pill and sit back, then you are even worse than the kidnappers. I mean, you might not literally be worse than the kidnappers. Manonya barankiti kwerekwe now. Okwe hendi boku. O barankiti kwerekwe. How do they come, your brother? I'm sorry, guys. How do they come and take your brother and you sit back? You want to take a chill pill? Now. You don't take a chill pill when there is something. Onye bia na aboka da okay. So if you are one of the people who still have this mindset, oh, Onyendu was kidnapped, nothing was done to make sure that Onyendu is out and nothing has been done, I want to ask you, Ijecholo, if you don't cook, are you going to eat? You're not going to eat. No matter what you do, if you unless money in the fridge, you're not going to eat. So you have to cook, you have to prepare. The last time when Onyendu was initially arrested, or when they first abducted Onyendu, because in all the time that they've held him in their custody, it's all a forceful. They have always kept him forcefully. All of that time, what happened? What led to him coming out? It is not negotiation. Because you don't negotiate with terrorists. Nigeria has proven time without number that they are terrorists. So you can't negotiate with a terrorist. And I'm saying this to Ndi Kana, say, oh, we're not going to do this because we did and these people ate your money. They ate your money. If you can. But if you cannot, and you claim that you know Onyendu and you respect and you've always listened to Onyendu, I want to put it to you, you have not. If you have listened to Onyendu, Onyendu said, go and follow Simon, but listen to him. He did not say, hey, you may listen to him. Oh. He said, you must listen to him. So if you follow Onyendu, if you ever call him Onyendu, that is your leader. and you are not following Simon Ekpa, you're a hypocrite. And hypocrites are not for Biafrans. My brothers and my sisters, I want to thank us all for all the good work we've been doing. 50 million Biafrans have already voted. 50 million. 50. I remember before the election, before the voting started, we were all here. Sister Stella, all of us were here saying, oh, let's try and get 20 million. Kaibambo wanted 20 million. Today it is 50 million. Biafrans, most of them are in the homeland. So it brings me to telling our brothers and sisters who are not in the homeland, who are in diaspora. A few days ago, our Professor Choma, came here and educated our people on the same importance. I think it was on Monday, the importance of our database, the importance of a Biafran having an ID card, identifying who you are. Your ID card is an identification of who you are as a Biafran. Not only is the ID card an identification, it helps this government to know you. The government has proven to be the government of the people through its actions, through everything it has done. It has proven that this government is for the people. So why don't we, the people, show this government that we also stand right behind our own government? If you are living in diaspora, if you're living in the United States, and you're from the age of, in fact, I am going to say from the age of 25 to 40, and you're a youth, lady or man or whichever one you are, I will tell you that the land of America will fight against you if you don't support your freedom. And I say this because people spilled their blood for you to be here today, for you to be able to do all this work, take care of your bills and take care of your family. People fought and died for that to happen. So if you're a youth and you're here, do well to support your liberation. Now, we've been advocating for, who is this? God knows. Please, can you mute yourself?
Sorry.
We've been advocating for 50,000 youths who will give us $50 every week. This 50,000 youths that will give us $50 every week, I am telling you, this is like 50,000 people deciding we're going to buy tank, an armor tank. We're going to buy this week. We're going to do this week. And I'm sure we can do it. For every Biafran who lives abroad, I am sure you can pay a liberation tax of $10 a week, $5 a week. And I am talking about those in the United States, those in Canada. I know our people in Europe are suffering. You only need to look at what it goes on with our people in Europe. And you who is in the United States will sit up. Just like those in Africa. Some of them on this last tour we had with Africa, we are saying how they make $10 a day and they still come out to support their liberation. What is stopping you? If you're living in diaspora, if you're living in the United States, do well to pay your liberation tax. Or in Europe, or if you're back home, call your people, call your friends. Ask them, Fana Kukwa their liberation tax. I'm not difficult to convince people to give us $50 a week, especially these people here. Because in there, I don't know if they are ears or decoration again. I don't know what Kejaki were feature some people into. Man only Jaki were featuring no. You can't say you don't see what is going on at home. If you're not seeing from us, the Nigerian media themselves are reporting what is going on. Whether they report it in the negative way or in the positive way, they are telling you that there is war going on. Musa has consistently told us that there is war going on. So if you are living in the United States, I ask again, who is going to fight your war? Who is going to defend your family that you've left back home? In search of greener pasture in a concrete land while living the green. And you need and do not forget, we're not just here to get Biafra. We are here to revenge. There is no way I will be alive and somebody who killed millions of my people will just walk away with it. It's not going to happen. Nigeria will pay, but that payment will start from you and I. We have to pay our own dues for our government to be able to support and make sure that the people who have offended us will pay for all that they have done against us. They have our mandate, 50 million. We have over 3 million Biafrans in the United States. Ask yourself, this 50 million Biafrans who have voted back home, what is their reason for voting? It's because they are tired. They don't want to die no more. So if you're in the United States, I gonna queer every day. If you can, give us $50 a week as a youth, if you can. If you cannot, give us $49. $49.99 Mambolondi America. Imaya like you can 99 behind our numbers. Whatever it is that you can give us, you better give it to us. Kaime ngwangwa, kaime herodachi. Now, in a month, there will be a total lockdown of our nation. How do you think that the effect of this lockdown is going to be felt if we're not doing our own part? Our men, our brothers and sisters have given up their life to do this job. You and I, who are here bringing money, are privileged. Believe you me, we are privileged. Bikono, ka anyị menụ ngwa ngwa, ka anyị meghere ọdachi. And anyị nyụkọ mamịrị ọnụ, ọgbala anyị ezigbo ụfụfụ. Onye ndu yo ndị America, $1. Ndị na-esi na ha likere onye ndu, that they know onye ndu. Onye ndu asked for a dollar from Americans. $1. Ndị be anyị. Ekwugide ha akwugide ha ma ndị na-anụ anyị ga-asị ndị anụnwa ọchọkwa their freedom. Ndị a na-agwa ha makwa ihe bụ freedom. Freedom is not cheap. Every war that you see going on in this world can only be sustained because of fund. Ukraine, Israel, Mandi, Hamas. Hamas made noise because they took the money that they were given to develop their land. Queuing in on our IOU loan if you don't believe now in a use a Google with all righteousness. Queue in and we will pay you back. Mana konya la siweku ogwa oya bia Obia, I get a lobia, I annoy. Now, the Ogo Abiago, if I'm not using the buy, Onyega Anun Kegi, who is going to fight your fight? It is our job to do this thing now. It is our job and a privilege for us all who are gathered here to do this thing now. Dalono Biafrans, thank you all for coming out here consistently. Okwa consistency but the key. The same consistency that we've used to gain the trust and the respect of our people, the same consistency we should put in our funding. If this tinye file in your card, let it just go out every week. Obugodu ni chetero. Obugodu no nwe ifi na-eme na ọgbakazi aga aka. Before you pay your own bill in America, go pay your Biafran bill. That is how I see it. Daluno. Daluno, everybody who is here, those who are listening to us, friends of Biafra, my brother Otunwa Mwanya. I can't wait to see you guys all in Finland. Don't forget, we'll be in Finland where we'll crown it all. Obone babe your ticket, buy your ticket. Ucha agugo. Uche
Biko,
na agu agu.
Naira fundraising ticket, Biko.
Onye na kwachuku meze. I get my fundraising tickets. Fundraising tickets, ticket seat or ticket airplane. Chuku
Oh,
meze.
nke airplane, Biko. Naira fundraising. Can I do
Ihe a chukwu meze na-ekwu kịta dị ka Soludo pụtara isi gị biko gị nye ego ka ọ gbanye fuel na moto. Daalụ na everybody.
Sorry, please let me just because I might forget it now. Please let me just say this for 1 second, please. University and all, and Benua, but please,
Okay.
yeah. It's because yesterday on Space I told them to let our people know to start stocking up, so you can say it in your language. Please start stocking up for the 1 month sit at home, please, and you know, if you have friends, if you have relatives, you have anyone, you know, please, even if it is $20, $30, please send home so that they can stock up for that 1 month. Please, if you can say it in your language. Thank you so much.
Yeah, University, can I speak?
Thank you very much for
I'm
that
speaking from the homeland.
information.
Can I
Yes, we
speak?
should put that out there because the 1 month of hot fire is on its way. So I think it's Ben Chooks that is next. Then
Please,
go
can I speak?
to
I'm calling from the homeland.
It's not Ben
Please.
Chuk,
the
so
next
if you
person.
start with Ben Chuk, that means you're starting all over again. So let the homeland person speak. Then I'm supposed to go next before Ben Chuk.
Oh, okay. Who is that then? If it's not Ben Chooks.
Citizen,
It's
citizen,
Citizen Dama
citizen.
calling from Homeland.
Oh, okay. And let's have him then. Okay. Go ahead if you
All
have
right.
if you can hear us, just please go ahead.
Yeah, I can hear you, but I doubt if you hear me. No, I don't know if you can read me.
You know, can you read him?
No, I can't hear anybody speaking right now.
Citizen, can you go out
If
and
we
come
can,
back?
No, but I can hear her, but
oh
she
yeah, I
can't
think
hear
you should
me.
go out
But
and we'll bring him back up. While he's
Just
doing
go out,
that,
I bring
then
you
we
back
should
up
take
immediately
care.
and you continue. Where is he? Citizen, where are you? Where's your hand?
Let me go out so you can bring him in. Let me go out.
I can't even see him.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, I
Thank
can see
you.
him. Go ahead, Citizen.
Okay, go ahead, citizen. We can hear you.
Hello, am I audible now?
Yes, I can hear you, citizen. I can hear you.
Okay. Amazing people, university, and all Ben Noah, and all the amazing people in the room. I send my warm regards to everyone, all of us of freedom. I actually requested to pick up the mic following 2 submissions made by university, and I think the other one was a mouthpiece of the gods. And university, you made a very striking statement, which I want to be so much inflated and given more life in subsequent conversations and engagement. There's a statement you made, which I love so much, and which I feel is like it went like it just slid past, and a lot of people didn't take cognizance of that statement you made. And you said in your introductory monologue, when you were trying to establish the conversation we're having today, you said for those of them in the coastal region, even if it means one believer in the Biafran freedom is going to stand to defend his freedom with his last blood against all the traitors and saboteurs and foolish bunch of people in that region. Why I say that is that statement struck a hard note on my heart. And I mean, I need to applaud you. I need to applaud you for that statement, because that statement needs to be told to a lot of idiots all over social media who are propagating the gospel of new Nigeria, where in effect there's nothing like Nigeria, because nobody has been able to answer that question effectively, who a Nigerian is. And every one of us understand that Nigeria is a cash cow for foreign interests and local colonial masters. Nigeria is only working for 2 set of people: the foreign interests manipulating the contraption, using their institution and other players they use to manipulate the system even during elections, and the local colonial thieves. I call them political bandits, occupying different infrastructure in the land, from the local government chairman to the state governors to the House of Assembly members of the states to the National Assembly, where you have someone like Senator Babio, a very, very fraudulent, corrupt individual. All the likes of Wike, all the likes of Adams or Shumole, all the likes of the chief of staff we have today, Femi Gbajabiamila, Sanwo-Olu. All these guys have baggages. They have records, criminal records that are documented. These are the kind of people you have, and you expect the country to fly as if an elephant can fly. Now you see a man like Yakubu Mahmudu sitting on the INEC body to give you a just, free, and fair election. And then you see people who were who call themselves obedience, who think they can do the impossible. Yes, I am a product of the obedient movement, but I got to learn my lessons. The scales fell off my eyes, and I told myself truth. And the best gift a man can give himself is the truth you tell yourself. And I told myself, this thing is not working. It's time to call it quits. And I stopped deceiving myself and removed everything about that from my profile. And some people are trying to make sense out of the contraption, which is just a business arrangement for foreign interests and the local thieves who are able to buy their way into offices, with very corrupt backgrounds, with no capital, no moral capital. And you want that country to work, you call it a country. Who is a Nigerian first and foremost? There is nobody called a Nigerian. This is a country that operates 2 different constitutions, 2 different rules. In the north, they operate a penal code. In the southern part of Nigeria, they operate the criminal code. In the most parts of the north, they operate Sharia law. Where you from the south, if you go to the north, you are going to be judged by the Sharia code, the Sharia law they practice. This is a country where alcohol and anything associated with alcoholic drinks or products are destroyed. Yet the same north benefits from the VAT on same alcohol that comes from the process of alcoholic drink from the south. So the country is a contraption, is a geographical expression according to Awolowo. And people are trying to make sense out of nonsense. You cannot make sense out of nonsense. So I want to thank you. I want to thank you, University, for that line. I know you said that in a prophetic way. You didn't know when it came out of your mouth, but that's why I picked up the mic to give more oxygen to that statement that, yeah, there are a lot of people running crazy on social media from the coastal region, from the south part of Nigeria, telling you everything evil about Biafra and whatnot, how they are not related to Igbo and all whatnot. But I tell you, with people like you and Noho and the other amazing people doing the Lord's work, I think that statement rings a bell, and it has to be emphasized that even if it means one person who believes in this cause, that freedom shall come to the region, to the coastal region of Biafra, of Nigeria. And I want to thank you. For me, that's one of the major takeaways I'm going to have from this space. And the funny part of it is that most of these guys are in diaspora, speaking stupid English. They can't even understand. But they can't come down here to do what they ask other people to do. You know, they tell you, come home, come home. But most of them are in Austria, in other parts of Europe and America and whatnot. They can't come to Nigeria and live.
Exactly. They are not at home, but they are telling you to
You
come
know,
home. And their politicians, they are trying to follow their step. Their children are not at home.
So I want to thank you again and again. Like most of these guys are just making us on social media. I almost lost my life during the last election campaigning and vying for Peter Obi to become president. I knew what I did at a point. They had to whisk me away from the world by the DSS. We did everything. We didn't know that the election was compromised. And what did they do? They sat on social media. They couldn't even protest. They couldn't even stand up for what they believed in. And the mandate was stolen by an idiot led by the drug lord. And they are all sitting on social media, on WhatsApp and Twitter space, making a noise all the time, holding spaces, leading courses and conversations of analysis that leads to paralysis. Nothing come outside. These guys are just cowards. So I want to thank elements like you, and Noho, Rage and Fury, and several other of you from that region who are seeing the light. And I believe with the effort and the consistency you guys are putting in, other people are going to see the light too and follow suit. Then Mark P said something about the country and why Nigeria cannot learn. My dear, I want to tell you that Nigeria is controlled by foreign interests. And they have stooges on ground, which are the black colonial masters serving their interests. There is nothing like Nigeria for anybody. Nigeria is for the foreign interests controlling it, the politicians and their families and cronies. Nigeria does not care whether the whole army in 82 Division Enugu goes down, defending a stupid cause. Understand that their children are not in the military, their children are not in the police, their children are only in the top offices in the land. You can't find them in the field facing the bullets or taking the shot. So don't think they don't know what they're doing. So when you say why Nigeria cannot learn, they can't learn because it's just like a thief. You want to go and retrieve what belongs to you from a thief. These guys are rogues. For colonialism is a form of thieving. People took voyages, millions of miles away to Africa to loot and pillage, to kill and murder people. You know what they did to
Citizen Dama, let me and you engage in this conversation. Don't be angry. It's not an interruption. You want somebody all the way from England to come and build your place, to develop your place. Even if the one Nigeria, a Yoruba man who is a president cannot even put 1 naira on the ground of your soil, let alone somebody who come with gun. You know, so I don't know how a reasonable person can actually view a Nigerian, a full-fledged Nigerian, standing face to face to you, identifying himself with something that he himself does not understand. You think that, okay, praising Nigeria, you are only servicing a foreign machine that is not piloting you. That's it. Go ahead, Dam.
So, as I was saying, Mouthpiece, I'm answering to your frustration when you say, why can't these people learn? You picked up Nnamdi Kanu, and the worst monster, they call me Leviathan, emerged. Now you guys are running circles to pick up the Leviathan. You know what's going to come after the Leviathan? That'll be worse. And a lot of people have been woken out of their slumber. People are conscious. People are asking questions. This is what the thieves didn't want us to do. So what I'm trying to say in effect is that, you say, why can't these people learn? They can't learn because you're trying to remove the milk. You want to remove the pipe, the feeding bottle for their mouth.
Yeah, that's why I said that, they reason with their anus, and they don't have they reason with the brain of cows. That's, I added that. So I understand that. I'm just saying it rhetorically.
Honestly, I must tell you, they don't have the brain of cows. They're all criminals. And for a criminal drug lord to do his trade in America, and the entire system of America, the justice system of America, the criminal system of America couldn't pin him down. My dear, don't say they have a cow brain. They're just criminal. These guys are criminals. They know what they're doing. And when you say they don't learn, what they are doing is that they are using people's bloods to secure their estate, their stolen loot, and whatever they are getting from the system. That's what they're doing. They don't care if all the military men in Obis in Imo State go down trying to defend this nonsense system they're running. They don't care if all the military personnel in Abuja, in the entire country, go down. They don't care. It's not their blood. It don't concern them. The foreign interests are there. Before they do most of these things they do, you need to understand they consult with these foreign interests. That's why before every election, they go to Chatham House to get their license to run. And when they get into office, you will know the puppeteers, the invisible hand removing the system, using their institutions in IMF, World Bank, and all whatnot. And then you educated, miseducated Negroes who will come and speak English. At the end of the day, nothing to show for it. So when you understand, if you go back to the history of what had happened to Africa and activism in Africa, from the days of Kwame Nkrumah, Patrice Lumumba, of what they did to him in the Congo. When that young man spoke up, the way they massacred him and then they butchered him and then poured acid on his body, on his body parts, just to send a note. That was what Belgium did to Patrice Lumumba of the Congo. And you know what they did to Thomas Sankara?
And kept him in a museum.
Yeah.
His remaining parts.
And you know what they did to Thomas Sankara of Burkina Faso, which was renamed from Upper Volta. You know what they did to him? They used his childhood friend, Blaise Compaoré, to plot his assassination. You saw what they did to Libya, to Muammar Gaddafi, the good life his people were living. They had to use his own brethren too to destroy that man. And today, Libya is a theater of war, confusion, and pandemonium. So when you say Nigeria, man, the guys that are advising these folks don't care about your life. That's why you need to stand up, just like Malcolm X said. Sometimes you need to pick up a gun to drop a gun. I yield my mic.
Yeah, bro. The thing is that, when they say elephant of Africa, they know that they made that elephant of Africa, which is Nigeria, to help, to make sure they use Nigeria to make sure that Africa never, ever rise. But gradually, all Burkina Faso being one of it, Mali being one of it, are rising back to take back what belongs to them. And you see, if we don't help to dismantle Nigeria, Africa, and for Biafra to come, Africa will keep going down. We have to do it. Thank you.
Yeah,
That's
my
correct.
piece, my
Thank you.
piece,
You know,
my piece. You also recall, just recently they were nudging the drug master in Asorok to start a war with Niger. You recall that?
Yeah, I
Why?
did. I did.
Why do you think they were doing so? They just wanted to cause confusion in the region. And
Exactly.
once the confusion is on, you guys are gonna pledge your oil, your natural resources to get weapons of mass destruction against yourselves, while they are sitting and drinking coffee, watching you guys via the satellite. And why were they doing that? Because they have files and files on the criminal drug lord occupying the seat in Asoro. They have files on him, and they can actually dictate what he does to a large extent. So today you see GMO has been sanctioned in Nigeria. You see a lot of bills that are passing, all whatnot, all manner of nonsense is going on in the country. Why do you think it's so? Because he is dancing naked to the tune of the music these Western interests are playing to him. And they don't care about your life. They don't care about if Niger and Nigeria go into war and destroy themselves, as long as the natural resources keep flowing to the West. Thank you very much.
thank you very much, Professor. If you allow me to respond to Dama before you go on, please. Dama, thank you very much for this your submission. You know, because of this very particular reason was why I played that first record I played, where that guy is saying that the Caucasians are more clever than the blacks, than even the Asians are clever than the Africans also. You know, these individuals like this drug lord are people that are helping these Caucasians to validate these claims, because these people in perpetuity do these things, and it affects Africa. Once you are down, you are unable to prove your potential. And this is why I continue to call on my people in Robo, Isoko, Ika, Igodomigodo to rise up, to stand up for their families. You have to stand up. You have to join us in what we are doing. It is for your own good. We want to take the power from the criminals and give back the power to the people. Yeah, they tell you there is no job in the country. If I tell you the dozens of jobs in this my head that is in that land, you won't believe it. All you just require is a working government, a responsive government. You are the government, because you will do the work, you will work the work to develop this land. If we leave it in the hands of these criminals, they will continue to give you these misleading feelings that you want to go and hammer. It is all about money. If they are singing, they are talking money. If they are talking, they cannot even talk to you like a normal person. And the money, they say, let us spray money now. They don't have it. Even the smallest person is looking out for how to hammer. I mean, all these things, they are not called for according to the other man. You cannot even imagine the possibility of the way we have been structured. This is not normal. This is not normal. It has to stop. Go ahead, Professor. Let me not take your time.
Thank you, Citizen Dama. Thank you very much. Truly, truly, we need to wake up. Our people need to wake up. The power belongs to us, and only us can do it for ourselves. And if Africans decide to close their eyes and let these Caucasians come in and scatter everything, too bad. But thank God for Biafra. We are here, and Biafra is moving. Um, I know Afara was here because I know he's in homeland and they've been kicking him in and out. I
Yeah,
don't.
he's been struggling to come in. I can't even find him.
I think he has been kicked out again. But Afara, if you can hear us, please come back up. We'll put you back on the mic and we'll give you the time to speak.
Always tell
Ben,
him to keep coming. That's how we do it. We understand the situation.
yeah, yeah. Sorry for the people who have hands have been up. We're trying to bring people down to the listening side so people can come up. Uh, Ben Chooks, I believe is your turn. Then we'll go to Chukwumeze and then Frank. And yeah, so let's do it that way. Benchooks, if you're here, please, you have the mic. Can you hear us, sir?
Yeah, thank you so much, sister. Thank
You
you.
have the mic. Benchooks.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you,
Benchooks is
Benchooks.
speaking.
Thank you. Sorry for the for taking your time.
No problem. Thank you so
Okay, I
much,
can't hear him.
Industry.
Can you hear him?
Yes, you can't hear him?
No, I can't.
Oh my
But it's
God.
okay if you can hear him, no problem. Let him go
Yeah,
on.
I'll let you know. I'll let you know.
Okay.
Go ahead, sir.
Yeah, wie geht's dir University in Deutschland? Wie geht's?
Ja, Ben, guten Tag from Ludwigshafen. Natürlich ist Deutschland heute nicht so warm, aber warm. Ja, gestern war absolut, es
That's
war
super.
unbedingt warm und unruhig.
Momenta,
Unruhig, das
momenta,
Wetter.
ja, momenta, wir Biafrans, wir brauchen ein Tempo. Sehr Tempo.
Genau, absolut.
Sehr Tempo, wir brauchen at the moment.
Natürlich.
Thank you so much, Biafrans, for what is going on now. If everyone see what is going on in Nigeria with the updates, that will tell you that we are different people. We know what we are doing. Our leader said, anything you are doing and nobody is talking, no move, that means you don't know what you're doing. Our PM has shown what is called leadership. Nigeria is at the at the point of melting. At this moment, they are at the point of melting. Not only fever is catching them, they are melting now. If anyone here is thinking Nigeria is going to change again, that person is just deceiving himself. With how everything is going now, it has proven 100% that the country is gone. It's at the verge of destruction completely. That country has no way. That country has nowhere to go. And Biafrans, we are living. We are going to that promised land by our forefathers. Please, I'm appealing to everyone. No one should give up. No one should give up. We are at the time to do our rights. We are at the time to do our rights. What is that right? Increase your tempo. Increase what you are doing. We need it at this moment. This is that injury time we are talking. The injury time to decimate Nigeria. The injury time to finish everything at the moment. This is the injury time we are. I'll come back. I'm at work. Let me treat some issues. Thank you. I drop my mic.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Wie gesagt, das Wetter hier ist warm, aber gestern es hat in die Mitternacht geregnet. Wir haben heute nochmal eine 21 Grad. Thank you, sir. Dankeschön. So,
Mr.
what's
James, I
your
want to
question?
ask a question. I want to ask
Go ahead.
President Dama, I want to ask you a question, please.
Citizen, are you
Go
there?
ahead.
Do you follow,
Go
do you
ahead.
follow our Prime Minister?
You can verify that for yourself.
Okay, but because I don't see you repost his post very well, and the reposting of our PM tweets has impact in what we're doing. Biafran, sir.
Minister, you don't know citizen.
I know him. Don't worry. I know him.
Okay.
No, but because there is this part where they will ask you in the filling of the ID card, you have to submit your your Twitter space name, so that if you are reposting our prime minister, it will be verified that you've been following him very well. There is a place where it is written that you should submit your handles so that we will verify if you are following us sincerely. I went to your your page. I hardly see you repost our PM, but I know you are following. But I just want to know. I'll be sure if you are sincerely following.
Okay,
The impact
okay,
I'm trying
okay.
to say is that you are when you are going to fill this for the ID card, they're going to ask you submit your handles for verification if you are reposting our PM. Is very very important for your information. Thank you.
Okay, okay. Can I give a direction to what you're saying? I want to show you something.
Minister Tuamwe, I think that directive was for ministers, not for ordinary people.
No. Every
Okay, well, okay. University, I can defend myself. Like, I want to assure you. Maybe this might be a good way to start to address your concerns. I'm very sure the Minister of Information himself, Simon Akbarawa, knows me in person. Like, he knows my participation. Even the Prime Minister has actually responded to me personally at some point, and he knows me. I believe he knows me too.
yes, I know you.
So,
I
what you
know. I see you always here, but I'm saying
now, second, you need to understand that we are actually in the eye of the storm. Like, there was a time I was at the Federal High Court. I don't want to mention in what state I was in, but I was in a court, even in the presence of lawyers and people I didn't know, in a Federal High Court, and I was still spacing and making my submission. So if you're in the eye of the storm, a lot of people don't even have the balls to even mention Biafra, even in their sleep. So people like us are actually taking a very high risk, and I'm also a media person. You don't expect me to be very frontal with whatever my convictions are,
thank you.
because
Except for that,
you know
you
what.
are. I understand.
Then, but if you go to my timeline, you can also see the post of the Prime Minister's post where necessary. You just have to be diplomatic sometimes with issues. But if you say I do not repost his post, I don't think that claim is valid. It is not true that I'm not reposting. I repost anything of interest to me. Nobody's paying me to maintain my account. It's my account, and I'm entitled to whatever I put on there. And I also repost to answer your question directly. Thank you.
Thank you.
Are you satisfied, sir? Okay. Thank you, Minister Tuamwe, for that question. And thank you for your response. What they are telling you, Citizen Dama, is just to write in your handle. They are not saying that you should submit your informations of your account. No. Somebody will browse through your walls and go through everything, and they gather all the information on the whatever draft he has. That is just all. It is as a matter of security. It is a government, and everybody in a department that have assignment will always do their job, So Otunwamoya is also doing his own job, as if you must know. Okay. We must continue. Where's our professor? She's out again. Jesus.
Can I go ahead?
Yes, go ahead, please. I know they kicked you out.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you.
I want to appreciate. Sorry, all the protocol observed. This is God knowledge. Yes, I want to, in addition for Otumwamwanya, all I believe the stage we are here now is a stage of eyeball. So iron are charred now. So if you are not with us, you are against us. That is the logo. If you are not with us, you are against us. There's no two ways about it. If you are not joining the Prime Minister and share his videos accordingly, he is bringing a new dimension. That is a mandate. When we go to your profile or your wall, such a thing is not there, you automatically against us. So you don't permit to be a speaker. You can only hear, then you go and consult your own oracle because you are against us. We actually, as a Biafran, understand that many of some of the group of people are being paid to come and challenge or come and tweet and put something negative in the mind of people, especially in the spaces. They use many young and old to come and challenging what is going on and our movements. So on that note, we now declare the signboard that if you are not with us, you are automatically against us. By the way, let me come to my own point. I want to address an issue, although for a long time I raised my hand, but the mic was not given, but a little opportunity given to me. I want to use it to address the invaders who came to our land to enslave us. Actually, those systems, they use the media because media is one of the powerful tools they use against us. They divide us, even our coastal brothers and our sisters. They made it possible for them to know that we are not one. In order to go to our language and add a little things into it, they are the one who put all those things. Urubuma will not stand and actually beat his chest that is an Igbo man or a Biafra. These things is what they showed, that discord they showed on our mind those days, and they grow. And the new generation growing and they inherited that division. And this is what is on the ground. It's a reality. It's a reality. They call it divide and rule. But we have come back because this thing affected the 1967 war. Many millions of saboteurs go against Colonel our spring our internal leader Odumegwu Ojukwu. That was how they started gaining ground because of the information has not circulated. But in all that, lo and behold, all this is for good because it happened 1967 is for good, and now the invaders, their lives are now open. This new generation can understand that all what they have done is a blatant lies, and now even we know and understand that some of us are still on the fence based on the old information they got. It's not easy for the blood to flush out from the vein just like that because the blood of discord is very hard because it moves through the vein, and penetrate to the brain and circulate to the whole system of the body. That is how powerful the discord is. Look like a false information. So it grew from there to generation and to generation to this our generation. So thank God for what is going on now, and our people are now realizing, because the invaders, the way and manner they can, even they oppose what they did, because if at all they did not oppose what they did, they would have mercy. They would have not bring this Usman Danfolio agenda, what they call ethnic cleansing, conquer and rule. You wipe out villagers and impose your own name and what have you. This is what makes people to realize that there's nothing like one Nigeria. It's what they impose to people in order to slave them. They are the one who even actually collapse the economy, because they know that actually when they descend on the tribes or indigenous tribes, they will collapse the economy so that they will after to eat from hand to mouth, they will not be able to do anything. And that was the serious agenda in order to Islamize everybody. Because if you are hungry, you only looking for food to eat. Whatever they did to you, you have no option. If you become poor, a poor man has no option. Whatever the ground they put on the ground, the condition they give to you, you have no option. Well, look at what happened, what is going on. My people, we are the people who look a spiritual world. They don't know that